Here are 5 intermediate calisthenics skills that you can work towards in your calisthenics journey. First up, we've got a ring tricep dip. Now these are a little bit more challenging than the parallel bar dips. I recommend keeping your elbows tucked in nice and tight, dropping down until the top of the ring comes level with your bicep or even brushes slightly past to get full depth. And then at the top of the rep, try a slight external rotation if you can. That can be challenging, but it's a nice way to finish off at the top. If you can't do these yet, you can just use classic dips to build up the strength, although you will need some extra stability when going over to the rings. And you can also do the rings leg assisted with them a lot lower down on the floor. Next, we're moving on to one of the most popular and the most important calisthenics skills, a handstand hold. Now you need to learn to kick up and bail out of your practice reps safely. So you're gonna have to learn to do a hip twist. I recommend learning to twist your hips both ways. All you do is when you feel like you're gonna over rotate and go over the end of your handstand, you just need to swivel your hips one way or the other and then stagger your feet down 1, 2. Learning to bail safely is gonna allow you to keep practicing without any hard falls. Don't worry if you do initially start with a slight banana back posture. You can learn to neaten that up with a pelvic tilt, a toe point, and then pushing through the shoulders, getting the head more between the arms, and maybe even looking rather than at the floor, looking under and through. But don't worry at first, just get the balance point. You can work on neatening it up later. Some great drills to practice are a back-facing wall handstand. This will get you into that kick-up position. And then I like to do some leg switches, which helps you to find that balance point. And eventually you'll find that as you switch legs, you'll get a little bit of hover time in between and might even be able to hold a handstand off the wall. Another great drill is a front-facing wall handstand. You need to walk up, make sure your elbows stay locked out for this. And this is going to avoid that overarch in the lower back, teaching you to do a pelvic tilt. Both the back-facing and the front-facing combined together will help you to neaten up that central balance point. You can do a few drills on the floor to get the body position right. I recommend doing a prone overhead reach with a slight shoulder extension, lifting the hands off, keep your toes pointed, and then you can flip it over and do a nice open hollow body position. Next, we've got a great one, which is a strict toes to bar. Try and keep your legs locked out, your toes pointed, and keep your elbows straight. No bend in the elbows, and you're gonna slowly lift your legs up, touching your toes to the bar. We're not doing any of those CrossFit kipping toes to bars. I'm talking about a nice controlled lift and a controlled eccentric lowering phase. If this is too difficult, you can put a slight bend in the knee, and as you get stronger, you'll be able to straighten that out. Let's move on to a lower body exercise and skill. It's the reverse Nordic. This is a great one for developing quad strength and knee health. I recommend starting doing it banded, hooking a band around a rack or anything you can find. You can work to gradually thinner bands as you get better, and then eventually you can do it with no bands. We want to keep a straight alignment from knee all the way up to the shoulder on the way down and on the way back up. The final one in this list is a bar muscle up. Now the bar muscle up is challenging, but it doesn't require as much strength as it looks like it does. It's more of a rhythm and timing thing. You want to pull your body slightly away from the bar, and then you actually throw your body over the top of the bar. Now I recommend starting with some bands. You can gradually work to thinner bands as you get better at it, and eventually work on doing one unassisted. Now there's loads more intermediate calisthenics skills to master, but there's 5 great ones for you to start on. If you want help building the strength towards mastering those skills, why not join me for an intermediate follow along calisthenics workout that doesn't need any equipment? I'll link it right here.